everyone, Tim Schofield here, and Lenovo just released the Legion Go S, which is a Steam-based version of their Legion Go, which makes it a Steam Deck competitor. You get the AMD Ryzen Z1 Extreme processor, 32 gigs of RAM, an 8-inch 120Hz display, and a lot more. The specs look really good, so I'm excited to check this out. We'll take a quick look what comes in the box, and then of course get some hands-on, play a couple games as well with the brand new Legion Go S. Let's get started. This is the box the Legion Go S from Lenovo comes in, which is surprisingly lighter than I was expecting, which is a good sign going forward. Opening it up, here we go. Let's see what we get. This 65-watt charging brick doesn't collapse with the prongs. However, the brick itself isn't crazy small by any means. Moving along, Lenovo Legion, really cool box. We'll take a closer look at that in just a second. There's a little bit more here. All this had was a booklet. However, you can configure this cardboard as a stand. Also a quick warranty guide. While this box is very colorful, there's a lot of really good information on just sort of how to get started. It lets you know you can even plug it in to a monitor to game as well. So let's slide this. Let me make sure this is flipped over. Yeah, I don't want anything flying out. Okay, nothing would have flown out. And there it is, our Legion Go S, which again is really surprisingly light. Contains 90% ocean-bound plastic by weight. Whale, hello there. And here we go. Let's flip this open and a quick first look. We've got some ventilation in the back with triggers back here and a lot more. So let's go ahead and boot this up for the first time. And while it turns on, if it's fully charged, let's take a look at the hardware. Along the left side, some texture for an added grip. Front-facing speakers. I love that they have that. D-pad, Hall effect joysticks, a Steam button. I believe that's a screenshot button. Moving along to the right side, another front-facing speaker. This is a trackpad with a button, another right stick, A, B, Y, X, and a couple different menu buttons. Down at the bottom, you have a micro SD card slot, so you still can expand that SSD storage if you'd like to. Again, that texture goes all the way to the back, so when you are holding on to it, it's comfortable with the thumb and also your fingers on the back. Up towards the top, you've got LB left trigger, you've got ventilation for those fans, 2 USB Type-C ports, which is nice to have, 3.5mm headphone jack, plus and minus button, power button, and RB right trigger as well. Speaking of those triggers, you can change the travel distance. If you flip that switch, you'll notice how much less that you have to press it if you switch it up. There is also a Y2 and a Y1 button on the back. Depending on the game you play, you want to take advantage of that. A lot more ventilation, some Legion branding on the back, and exact same thing with that switch. You can go back and forth with either the left or right, so maybe you want the shorter distance on just the right, that's an option. Finally, just some Lenovo branding as well. Let's get this turned on and test it out. I'm gonna run through the startup process, talk about anything that's noteworthy. Obviously, we need to sign into Steam. There is an option for parental controls in case you need it, and here we go. By the way, check out this game, Echo Paradox. One of my best friends actually made this game, so definitely consider it. I think it was like $8 or something like that. Sort of a, horror thriller type of game, so definitely be sure to check it out. So I did install a few games. We'll get to some gameplay in just a second. Just looks like the Steam store in general. 3 ways to navigate. You can use the buttons and the joysticks. There is a full touchscreen, or this trackpad, which doesn't seem to be activating, so maybe there's a specific way to activate it. I'm gonna have to look that up. Anyways, let's go into some settings. I can tell already out of the box the 120Hz is enabled. However, I don't see a way to actually set the refresh rate, so maybe that is just completely automatic. You can use Bluetooth to connect to earbuds, etc. Here is the controller with rumble and different haptics. You can use the Nintendo button layout if you'd like to. There is remote play, so I do have a desktop on the same Wi-Fi. I can play off of that if For example, there's a game that doesn't work. And what I mean by that is you'll see SteamOS compatible. If I go to all games, a game like Apex Legend isn't actually compatible because it is on Linux. I've noticed a lot of EA games aren't compatible with SteamOS simply because of anti-cheat and specific software. So going into SteamOS compatible, I'm not seeing any games like FIFA, a couple others. So just make note of that. Pressing this button in the upper right-hand corner will jump you into quick settings to turn on airplane mode. There's also a performance profile, which is set to custom. We can go to low power balance. I'm going to set it to performance. Actually, let's go into advanced view. There it is. I knew it had to be somewhere. You can limit that frame rate with the refresh rate as well. You can enable VRR. Actually, really nice to be able to do all of this. You can even manually GPU clock, scaling, a lot more. That's actually super nice. All right, here we go. The first game I've played on our Legion Go. Let's see how it runs. I left up the stats in the upper left-hand corner just so you can kind of keep an eye on it if for whatever reason you need to. Everything looks really smooth. Rocket League isn't necessarily the most graphically intensive games. I do like the haptics. It seems to be really, minute. It's not like super overpowering and strong, which I kind of like. I don't need my hands to be shaking almost because they're rumbling so much. But everything has been really consistent so far. The buttons feel really good. Everything is very comfortable and honestly very natural. Now, admittedly, I don't really play Rocket League all that much anymore, but it's still one of my favorites. It's always such a good time. So let's actually switch. Oh, dang. Thought I could score there. Anyways, let's switch over to a different game and check out some stats there. All right, let's play some PGA 2K25, which, is somewhat graphically intensive. It's nothing crazy, but it's a good way to render a lot of objects and textures and just see what the performance is like. I will say after playing Rocket League, I really don't notice any crazy heat out of the ventilation from the back. It is nice. The ventilation doesn't really reach your hands, so it's not blowing any hot air on your hands, making them sweaty. So I do like that. It seems to be okay. I can tell that it's not quite at 120 frames per second, just based on looks. I would have to check over to the left side here and see what FPS is actually running at, but there we go. It's a little finicky when it comes to the right stick in this game, but once you get it, okay, never mind. It's just a certain way to do it. These are Hall Effect joysticks, by the way. Oh, I missed that putt. But I will say everything is seemingly consistent. No real lag or anything like that. So overall, after playing that hole pretty good, let's load up one more just so it's something different. And you'll see this fly by. Yeah, so I can tell it's not at 120 frames per second with this game. Granted, I might need to go into settings. Let's actually double check that. Nope, 1920 by 1200 at 120 hertz. So that's what it's set at, but I really just don't think it's quite reaching that frame rate because of how intense the game is. Also, I noticed this trackpad started working in-game. There's a slight haptic feedback to it, which is nice. I might need to bump up the sensitivity to it, but let's press that Steam button. And it seems to go away. So I'm going to have to look into why this trackpad doesn't seem to work in the menu, but it's working in-game. Maybe if I put it to sleep. That didn't seem to do anything. But one thing I want to point out is the fans, as they were spinning, they didn't seem to get crazy loud by any means. I'm sure over prolonged periods, they'll start to spin a little bit faster and get a little bit louder. But at these medium, speeds, they're pretty quiet. Anyways, that's it for me for now. On our Lenovo Legion Go S. A lot of really nice hardware. Again, only running SteamOS, so it's kind of up to you if you like the Windows model or SteamOS. This might be a good Steam Deck alternative. Drop a comment. Let me know what you think. If it's something you're interested in picking up, be sure to subscribe. A lot more content coming soon. And as always, thanks for watching.